Hello everyone and welcome back to everyone's favorite soap opera. We have some news. Now keep in mind that we were only given this news like literally about a few minutes before it went live, so I'm going to be reading it as I am going through it. So first things first, Tides of Torment has been pushed back to December 4th. That's the reveal day for the Total War stream. Drama aside from everything that's happened very recently, it's still taken them 12 months to make a DLC. Remember, this is the company that used to shit out a Total War game a year. Absolutely phenomenal. If this DLC is bad, it's going to be the end. So, let's talk about the news, right? Hey folks, there's plenty of big news to chat about today, but there's 3 key points. 6.3.2 is released, we're pleased to see it's back in action. It's delivered its goal in restoring the Lizardmen and Tomb King AI back to expected level of behavior. We've been monitoring its release closely, and will continue to do so in the weeks ahead. Point number 2, there are outstanding campaign AI issues that we need to address for Beastmen, Chaos Dwarfs, Gorg, and the Changeling. We don't have an update on our timeline, but they are being prioritized. Delivering the slots fix isn't the end of our focus in this area. Good. So far, good. We are sorry for that the game has entered this state. Are you? Or are you sorry you got caught? We can recognize this issue, but we didn't appropriately prioritize it, and our initial assessment had planned to include the fix as part of 7.0. What we have changed to reduce the chance of this happening in the future, we've reclassified issues in this nature as a showstopper. Severity, A. Which means that any similar future problems are blockers to a full release and will always require us to respond with urgent hotfix measures. Okay, that's good. About time. So, the next game update is hotfix 6.3.3, and I will share more information about that next week. We're tackling that, but campaign AI will remain a focus. Before we move on to news about our future releases, we want to be clear with you that while we want to get new content out with you, we know we must prioritize any urgent fixes to get the game in a better place for you all. I'm just really sad that this has become a shit show. So Tides of Torment will release in December 4th, meaning that it's going to be the same day as the 25th anniversary showcase. Let's talk about Tides of Torment. The release of our next DLC is moving to December 4th. It'll be our second delay to this release, second that we know of. Because 12 months. Yeah. And will arrive a year after the launch of our last one. We know this is frustrating for you, and it is for all of us too. No, it really isn't, is it? In short, it's been a frustrating year, but we absolutely do not want to repeat past mistakes. Tides of Torment brings 3 great new experiences with it, and we want to make sure that the game itself is in its best possible condition when it arrives. We'll be using this additional time to deepen the level of quality planned for the accompanying game update 7.0 and ensuring that Tides of Torment benefits from this focus. So I actually had a conversation about this with some modders where they thought that this delay was going to happen, and they said, well, maybe it's going to happen for like a month or 2, and I said, if they need to delay a DLC for 2 months or 1 month, it's because the DLC wasn't ready to begin with. Again, shit show aside from what's just recently happened, it's been a year. This shouldn't have taken a year. Okay, let's continue. We know that you're eager to see all the new content in action and so on. November 6th, we'll start sharing your first looks at gameplay. Okay, so, 3 weeks' time? Later this evening, we'll publish our announcement trailer as an acknowledgement for the torment that you've endured until now. Look forward. Okay, so the trailer's coming out later today. Again, no early access because fuck knows what's happening in the back end. Okay, so Total War 25th anniversary. Alongside the release of our next DLC, we'll unveil the future of Total War. Oh god, no, never say the future of Total War, please. New historical and fantasy titles introduced by the people bringing these new games to life. The 25th anniversary showcase will be on the 4th of December, and with all the details about how and where to watch on December 1st. We've had to pause many of the 25th anniversary celebrations in recent weeks, but we'll return to those legacy celebrations in November, including our retrospective roundtables on Total War Warhammer 1, 2, and 3, and the Total War Warhammer Championship. If you've missed any of these videos we've published so far, yeah, same thing. Yeah, they're going to have to start off with that marketing, because I imagine that it's already been spent and it's a budgeting thing, right? For those not aware, I'm not trying to justify what CA are doing with their marketing, but it's just like it's a corporate thing. If you don't spend the budget by the end of the year, then the budget gets slashed for the next year and so on and so forth. And I imagine that Sega are quite on that feeling. Marketing budget shouldn't really be hurt because they should spend it. So if they've got new games coming, they've got that money coming in. It's just, it's the usual nonsense. Believe me, it's just corporate speak. Last but absolutely not least, at the end of the year, we informed you of our plans to remove the Total War launcher and replace it with a robust mod management system. Over the past few months, we've been conducting a final round of public testing with a select group of Total War veterans outside of our creator program. Yeah, they have a tester group thing, which is not really too unknown on who they are, in all honesty. But that's here nor there. Anyways, let's continue. To ensure that what we've created meets the needs of the most hardcore Total War Warhammer 3 fans. We're in the final stages of development and are ready to bring it to a wider group of players for testing and feedback. So on December 4th, we'll rework the select launch option configuration on Steam to enable players to bypass the current launcher in use today and launch directly into the game or run the new Total War Mod Manager application. Okay, cool. I mean, it looks good. Looks fairly decent. As long as it works as intended, that's great. A good mod manager is what we really need, in all honesty, because the normal CA one isn't really good. Yeah, let's continue. After this, we will react to any unknown errors, bring in final sets of improvements, and visually overhaul what you can see in the screenshot above to bring it up to standard. We've received a great deal of positive feedback from those who've helped test the new one. So thank you for those who contributed. The legacy version of the launcher will remain a launch option until we've reached version 1.0. Okay, yeah, that's good. That will obviously help quite a bit, to be honest. The launcher has been causing issues. My understanding is like sometimes it can cause issues for like one game that didn't really get updated or whatever. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work. But direct launch for those who don't play with mods is great, and to be honest, a good mod manager will be phenomenal. If it's got the facilities there just to kind of like work everything, and from what the screenshot showed, it's got quite a lot. Well, it should be good. And we've got some news on the DLC itself, right? So with Aisling, Dekala, and Sale acting as the standard bearers for Tides of Torment, we've ensured that their respective races are being updated as part of Update 7.0, and we wish to share some improvements that you'll enjoy in December 4th. The sweeping new update for the High Elf centers around the new Patrons of the Realm feature, which lets factions vie for influence across 11 seats of power to unlock rewards and potential confederations. Cool, confederation for the High Elves, that's great. Alongside this, Tyrion gains the new Champion's Oath 1 feature, allowing him to enact a new thread of actions on any visible region or force, while Teclis gains the Secret of the White Tower feature, allowing him to supercharge spellcasting potential of wizards throughout his armies. Cool. Yeah, alright, that sounds good. At the end of the day, High Elf rework basically was needed, so this is good to hear. Norsca's long-awaited overhaul unleashes a brutal new era for the Northern Raiders. Expect improvements to legacy features such as allegiances and the Monstrous Arcanum, as well as the introduction of the new Pillaging faction feature. Alongside this, both Wulfric and Frog get their own dedicated share of the spoils with new features and quality of life updates. Cool, including a new start position for the Wanderer and a new unique resource for the Troll King and much more. That's good, so we're going to get an update to both. So it's not just Norsca, it's Wulfric and Frog. That's very, very important considering that they have been in the game for a long, long time now and they've always felt just kind of bleh. So I'm happy to see what's going on with that, right? Now, the Lords of Excess welcomes perhaps the headline element of patch 0.0. With the introduction of a brand new free legendary lord that's bound to keep you on your toes, the Mask of Sunesh. We've all kind of expected her. As his herald, you conduct the Eternal Dance, a fast-paced campaign mechanic where armies perform themed dances to gain escalating bonuses, rewarding aggressive play and constant momentum. As shared at the top of today's post, we're expecting to deploy additional updates prior to Update 7.0's release, and we'll update you across all our channels in the coming weeks. Okay, cool. I know I'm look, I'm disappointed in a certain way because it's taken so long to get content out. Shouldn't have taken 12 months. I'm excited for the Mask of Sunesh. Those of you who watch my channel regularly know that I'm a big Sunesh fan, so I'm just kind of disappointed that this is the way that people are finding out. It's the same thing with Aisling, which was at the bottom of a post going, oh, by the way, Aisling. But I guess it's better than nothing. I'm looking forward to the Mask. I'm a big fan of her. I've got the old metal model. I've got 2 of the plastic models too, which were the newer ones. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. This DLC delay was expected. I said it a while back in like a video that I was expecting a delay, and lo and behold, I was right. Now, at the end of the day, if it had to be delayed, it was delayed. This is the most important thing. I'm just disappointed that it's becoming a consistent thing. Constant delays. It shouldn't have taken 12 months. Again, regardless of what has happened recently, a DLC does not take 12 months to make. It does make me question what the hell is happening in the back end, to allow for such delays constantly. Now, the trailer's coming out later. We're likely not going to get any early access to it, I imagine, because, like, normally it's done like a day or two in advance. I'll try and cover it. You guys know I'm a big Slaanesh fan. I'm looking forward to seeing some Slaanesh stuff. Let's hope for the best. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I imagine there's going to be a little bit of rage and a little bit of everything, and then there's going to be people going, well, this was bound to happen because of what happened recently. Again, this shouldn't have taken 12 months. Anyways, see you guys.